Frostpunk is about the planet dying because of a climate crisis.
We're in. Oh, I forgot Bula. No, I forgot Bula's camera. Hello, everybody. We had a slight little delay.
Hello.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks
Danger, you're a trooper.
Yeah, thanks, J Danger.
I gotta fix your thing now. There we go. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Okay, welcome in everybody. We are resuming. This is session 5 of the Star Wars RPG, where we were last left off. We were on the planet Kashyyyk. Just met Yundar's family, and we're almost kind of at like a standoff with Yundar's family, you guys, and yeah, after a huge fight out in the Shadowlands. Danger, please let us know. Please let me know how the sound is. I hope everyone sounds clear. And yeah, I'm gonna roll. Oh yeah, first things first. I always forget to do this. Everyone, click on the chat for the Destiny pool.
All right.
Let's
Please
go.
just be light side. I think I've gotten dark side the last 3 games.
At least it's not gonna be like last time when we all got dark side.
Yeah, that was
It was
great.
like 0 light side and like 5 dark sides.
We
No,
still
look at that.
survived that.
Yeah.
I mean, you did get kind of messed up in the Shadowlands too, so that was fun.
that was true.
I'm burnt.
Okay.
I'm like Anakin being like fully burnt down.
I
hate you. Fine.
Okay, let me find the right thing. You do need a Wookiee coat.
Like,
Okay.
fur.
Okay, so last we left off, right? You had just entered the family home of Yundar, right? There's their family, and was it? Yeah, Steg was with you, and Trex was there.
I wouldn't.
Trex, the what do you call it? Trandoshan, who originally was trying to, collect the bounty on you put on by Teemo. Also, let me know, Onyx, if you're okay. I see there's a huge ping for you. Okay. I'm gonna move you guys over. All right.
Oh hell yeah.
Okay, let's see. How does it start? How does it start? You hear your brother. What's his name? I named them all. His name is Zufabar. They call him Zufi. Yeah, he's very threatening, right? But he like sees you. He picks up his bowcaster, right? And he sees Yundar. He's like, he drops on the ground, and he doesn't take out his claws, but he starts growling at you. And he sees that you have a Trandoshan with you, and then there's Trex there with like a gun. He's like standing behind them with a blaster, right? And he says, "How would a Wookiee sound like?" That I've been trying all week to get a Wookiee growl. I can't do it.
It's so
Yeah.
good. That's a good one.
Yeah,
crazy.
exactly. It's amazing. And then he almost comes to blows with Yundar. He says, "You've brought all this trouble back to our home again." And then we look to Yundar. Yundar, how do you respond to your brother being in your face? You see your father. He's just kind of like standing there. He has a large metal wrench he uses kind of as a walking stick, and your sister there kind of like toying around, like trying not to pay attention, but you can tell she feels kind of like fidgety and nervous.
A little bit awkward situation for her.
Yeah.
So Yundar's first response, you can see that he kind of like tenses up a little bit, but then he looks to the side, looks to the other side, looks at his friends around him, and he actually just takes a step back instead of taking out his claws and challenging his brother. And actually, I think Yundar would have given the holotape to someone else just because, like, a more neutral party. I'm not sure who would Maybe
Not
someone like
me.
Greta.
Well, how do you feel about
Yeah.
your father and your sister? Right? Are you okay with
Yeah,
them?
because
Like,
he
I,
uh he doesn't want to start a fight, basically, because he knows that his father and his sister, or at least he feels they would not be okay with brother selling out mother and other Wookiees to stormtroopers. So he wants to find a way to inform them that this is happening, but knows that if they start just like a full on fight with his brother again, that's not going to happen. So I think that before this, he would have given the holotape to Greta, somebody he'd be more likely to trust, not Stego, unfortunately. So like he just stepped back and then looked towards Greta.
Greta, you're handed the hollow tape. That was it was of your brother,
I
right?
remember.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember. Um, I don't really know what to say, so I'm just gonna play this. So I guess I'll just play the holotape.
So you play the holotape of
Oh.
Trex, right? Talking with Yenno's
With
brother.
Zufi.
Yeah. And you see you Zufi says to you, says, I was forced by them and stormtroopers to allow them in our home. And you see his your father, all right, as Yundar's father. He just kind of like you know how a low growl from like a tiger, you can just hear like rumble. It's kind of like that, right? As he's like looking at Trex, right? And then he sees Stego with you, and the eyes kind of widen, and he's like trying to calm everyone down. Trex is just there, kind of like ready, blaster in hand. Stego, what are you doing?
I'm just going to make sure that like there's no threat to Yundar, but I'm gonna make myself look like I'm not necessarily a threat. I recognize I'm not. This isn't really my place to do anything. I can't make the first step. Pretty much, I can only be a responder in this situation. Because if I become active, the level of escalation is just going to be way more compared to anybody else. So I'm just making sure that Trex isn't going to kill anybody, or that Yundar's brother is going to like attack Yundar. I'm just eyes out, more or less.
So then Zufi says, "You bring him here. You bring that one here, right? Because you guys brought Trex here, right? Kind of like left him behind, and you were down in the Shadowlands for a long time." Right. So Trek says, I called in some how does a Trandoshan sound? They do like kind of a snake sound, almost like a, right? And he kind of snarls. And he says, I called in some favors, right? Timo's not happy with any of you. And I don't care how many of you you Wookiees have to kill. I'm not coming away empty. And he like puts his gun up like behind your father, behind Yundar's father. He says, "Now we're gonna talk." And Zufi like looks at Yundar, right? You know, you can see like he's angry, but like almost kind of like pleading, you know. And what does Yundar do?
Yundar, so it's seeing that his father is. So essentially, what happened was Trex was in the house with them.
So you guys left him, right?
Yeah.
He was drugged up, but you were down in the Shadowlands for a long period of time, right?
Yeah.
And you had hyperspace traveled here, right? Enough time has passed that the sedatives used on him, he woke up from it, right? He recognized where he was. He looked at his nav computer on his ship. And then he came here looking for any signs of where you guys were. Right.
So he was there in the house.
Yeah. And he called in favors, which were the other Trandoshans and stormtroopers. Right. So your family's kind of like put in the spot because of Yundar. What does Yundar feel about this?
Well, Yundar is going to take a step towards the door and say, like, so talk. What will it take for you to leave this house without killing my family?
You're talking
Except
to
in Wookiee.
Trex?
Yes. Yes.
Huh. You know what? Give me I think this would be perfect for you to do a negotiation check. It's a social skill. I'm gonna say it's 2 purple and 1 red. I'm gonna use a dark side point.
Okay.
Right. But you add a black die because 1, you guys hurt him physically multiple times, and 2, a second black die because you stole his ship. So it's 2 purple, 1 red, 2 black.
Negotiation. There it is. Put that. Purple, 1 red, and 1 black. Oh, got 4 failures.
Okay, so
I don't think Wookiees are the best at negotiating.
he's not willing to make a deal. He says, Timo wants you. He wants all of you. So we're gonna sit down and wait for my hunting party to arrive. And until then, we're just gonna keep cool, right? But you can see you don't have that much distance between you. So if you want to try something, you can. But just so you're aware, he has his blaster to your father's back, right? But he's not willing to just go away from this.
So I'm going to speak up to Trex, and I'm going to ask him. So what exactly do you think is going to happen after you pull the trigger? Let's say you do shoot him. Let's say you maybe even kill him first shot. What then? You think you're just gonna get out alive? Walk me through your plan.
He's like suddenly like going like this, looking around. He's suddenly aware of the small space with all these bodies here. He says, he you hear like a beep on his thing, right? His hunting party. They're not close, they're not far, but they need time to get here, right?
Didn't they also fall into the pit?
Yeah, that's why they're not close, right?
They're so far away.
And I had said the stormtroopers are dead, and I was gonna.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah. But him being here alone kind of like makes him nervous. You can see that clearly on his face, and then you see Stego's like pretty much pointing out. You pull the blaster. What's next? And he's suddenly unsure.
So after 10 beeps of his little tracker going on, I'm also gonna say that thing's been going on for a while, hasn't it?
He says, you've made Timo very angry, and Timo's paying well.
Yeah, you're not worried about Timo. Let's shut up. You're not worried about it. The only thing you're worried about is how you're gonna come out of here alive, and the walls are closing in really fast. And I'm gonna grab hold of my rifle, and then I'm gonna tell him, you have one way out of this, and you haven't even thought of that way.
Okay, so what he does is he says he puts his blaster up. He walks back just enough to where he still has cover from being shot at. But he says, I want my ship. Right. So he wants to get his ship back. He says, this isn't. He says, don't worry. We know all about you and that lover of yours. We have a deal coming with the Pikes soon enough. So he takes your message, right? Stego. And he's walking back slowly. Right. And 30 seconds later he's out of the door. Right? He's running.
Wow.
Look, good job, Psycho. But then your brother, Yundar's brother, like turned around and he's back to like growling again. Says, "You bring that to our door. You bring that one." Looking at a Stego. And
I think I'm, yeah. Like to, I think I would just like reply to that one. Helped kill the stormtroopers, and shoot, I guess they're not actually dead. Helped kill the stormtroopers.
no, the
you brought to
stormtroopers
our
are dead.
planet.
The stormtroopers are dead.
Okay.
It's the
But
other
the-
Trandoshan aren't necessarily dead. But you hear your brother said, "Stormtroopers are dead." Like he
I'm
he
just
says with
taking
he
sound
said
confirmation.
he says with worry though, right? He says, "Are they dead?"
Yeah. They burned alive or were eaten alive by a gigantic albino Kashyyyk spider.
I need another Wookiee growl, Onyx. He's like
Like a baby, like just.
Oh!
So hard to do that.
It's
I'm like a little baby, like yes.
Do the thing.
Oh hey, we got a raid.
I got a raid. Oh,
Hey,
hold on.
welcome,
Let me
Raiders.
shut out 30 GP.
Hi, 30 GB.
There we go. They're really cool. They love Dragon Age and currently streaming Mass Effect Andromeda. And welcome in. We just started playing our little Star Wars session. And I'm trying to do a Wookiee growl, which I'm terrible at. So he doesn't attack you, but he goes, "Arr!" Right? Yeah, Wookiee growl. He says,
You're
"Do you
both
know
better than me."
how much I work to keep them off our back?" Right? We're still here as long as we keep them happy. Right?
Just gonna like full on brother argument mode and okay, like, and what about our mother?
He says, "What about our mother? She's dead." Right? And you can bring up why if you want to, right? But he says,
I'm gonna
"I do everything because we had all you do is cause trouble. All you do is bring trouble here."
I'm saying you sacrificed her. Not for us, for yourself.
You hear your dad. He just kind of like whimpers, like a. I don't want to say like a dog, because that sounds weird, but it's like a sad. It's like a ooh, like Chewie does when Han Solo gets turned into carbonite. He's like ooh. And you see your sister is also like her droid like goes on the table, and now she's like paying attention, right? And your brother says, "You know exactly what she was, right?" And your mother was a veteran of the Clone Wars, right? So your brother just so your brother says, "You know what the stormtroopers, they took all the veterans. She died, and dad's been ill. I stood up. You ran away from the family. You left our clan. You haven't been here for how many years? What excuse do you have?"
Just say I'm back.
And what do you want to do now that you're here?
Want to live as our mother lived.
Your dad looks at you. What I name him? Roar. So he looks at you, right? And he goes, "Urgh." He's trying to tell you that I miss your mother too. And he says, it's been tough without her, and you've been gone, and the only help we've had is your brother. And he's like looking at you, and he's looking at he just doesn't want you. He wants things to calm down. He's like he's very he's fatigued. He has chronic pain, right? He's fatigued. He walks very slowly. He asks you to come sit with him at this table, right? He wants you all to talk, and he invites everyone. He even looks at Stego, and Stego's, "You're welcome to the table. Just maybe the far end, you know." So he walks very slowly, and your sister helps him, and she takes a seat next to him, and then your brother is at the head of the table, right? And he invites you all in. So let's talk. Who are these people? He's like looking at everyone else. Who's
Hold on.
that one? He looks at Stego first. He's like, "Who's that one?"
Yundar is just going to I think Yundar is going to take a seat next to Stego, and then say, "This one saved my life." And then looks to the other two, and these two are my friends. But also, is a little bit concerned by something that that was mentioned on the way out by Trex. So he's gonna make a questioning sound. And who is your lover?
Lover?
Not to your father, but to Manon.
Oh, Manon.
It's like, it sounded like the threat on the way out was kind of that she was going to be targeted next, just like his
Wait,
family.
were you in the?
Oh, that's right. You weren't there.
Coco
You weren't there.
Splenda.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't remember. You were not there, right? When we were.
No,
No.
no.
might have been. So
Oh. It's long story. It's complicated. You would like her, I'm pretty sure, but it is. To cut the long story short, do you remember the ship that we took the spices in, and we kind of did all the mission? The ship that's no longer here, that's her ship. Yeah, that's the story.
yeah, we
I'm just
saw
gonna-
her. We saw her at a club on Tatooine. What was the planet again?
Ryloff.
Ryloth.
Ryloth.
And she was a dancer at this club, and now is employed.
Not by her choice, let's say it like this.
And is dancing to pay off the money that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
But-
we fucked up.
And then your brother says, "You're hanging out with, you're spending time with people who hunt us. You're spending time with Hutts."
Off
Like-
your high horse. You're hanging out with Imperials who are killing Wookiees left and right. Like,
"What I do
Like-
is to protect this family," he says.
Doesn't look like you did a really good job.
He says, "Our father's alive. Our sister's here. We had to do it
Okay.
when our mother was taken away. Yundar hasn't been here. You're here now. What do you want to do? You want to go? Do you want to tell them why you left?"
And Yundar is just going to make a sad sound and say, I left because I learned what you did. What you are doing on behalf of this family is
Hello
going
there.
to destroy all of our people.
What did Yundar learn? Like, you see your brother's kind of he's like squeezing part of the table, like he's angry, right? And his eyes are much more he's making himself seem larger, trying to intimidate you, right?
Does it look like they're about to get up?
No. It's just He's like, instead of being slouched, now he's like at attention, kind of like that, right? He's trying to come off as more of a stronger demeanor, as Yundar says, "I know what you did," right? And then your father says, "Yundar, what did your brother do? What did Zufi do?" He's like questioning you. He wants to know. He's like, "Why did you leave us?"
He is selling out other families, these Imperials. And I came enraged. I did something I should not have done. Because like holds up his hand and a gesture that he took his claws out.
Yeah, and you see like his
Threatening
brother
his own
points
brother.
his face, his eyes, like he has one eye. And then your father and sister look up, right? And they look at him, saying, "What do they mean selling out?" So then, Yundar, you can explain what's been happening.
Yundar explains to his father and sister, like just not even looking at his brother at this point, that his brother was giving information on other Wookiees to the Imperials so that they could collect them and kill them, essentially sacrificing other people just so that he could feel like their family will be safe.
So your brother cuts you off. He says, "I was giving up dissidents, people not loyal to the Empire. And I'm, to protect us. As long as they were looking at others, they weren't looking at us. Our mothers served in the Clone Wars. They always looked at us. So what if others were taken away? As long as we were okay."
I'm saying that's a decision that we need to make as a family. Then I turn to my father and sister and say, if that is the type of safety you want, then I will leave.
No, your father's like, he's not sure what to say. He's like choked up, and your sister's like, she reaches across, grabs him by the shoulder, and he says, "Yundar, are you gonna stay here, brother?"
I'm gonna look at my friends and then I say to them, I have work to do first.
Okay. So then
I
she
should
looks
show
at
that
they look at the rest of you though. Says, "You brought trouble here though." And you see Zufi says, "It doesn't matter what we're doing here. Now, if you killed stormtroopers, they're gonna be here soon. They're gonna look at us. They're gonna take us away. Right? To work or worse." And he looks to Yundar again and says, "This is what you've done before. You've brought trouble." Right? And he looks at Greta, and for some reason, Greta, you get like this sense of like, from you specifically, even though Sego's there, that that Zufi is kind of almost more hateful to you, right?
Shooting daggers with
Yeah, he's like shooting daggers at you, right? And he says, he looks at you and he says, what does he say? He looks at you and he says, "It's the Empire has our people working in refineries built by people like people like her." He's looking at Dreda, right? And then he says, he asks Yundar, "What do you want to do here? Are you just going to leave us?"
Yundar thinks about that and realizes that if he doesn't leave them, his brother is right. Because of the whole mess that is following behind us, it will bring trouble to their doorstep. So he just like stands up and says that I will leave. I will fight for a world where it will be safe for me to come back, for all of our people to live freely.
Mhm. So your father, like, he goes up to you, he like pulls you away privately, right? You can feel like, that big Wookiee strength. It's there, but it's fading, right? And he's not really sure what to say. He's like, you have these friends of yours, and what he's trying to tell you is that he's happy you're here, and you don't know what it's like, how it's been on Kashyyyk since the Empire have been here. He doesn't know what he clearly doesn't know what your brother's been up to, right? He's just kind of frail, and ever since like your mother was taken away, he's just kind of given up a bit. So he tells you, he gives you like a communicator. You can always like reach out to them, right? And he says, I'll speak with your brother and find out more. Maybe we can move somewhere. We don't need any trouble coming here.
I'll take the communicator and give him a little Wookiee hug. Which is like a regular
Yeah, he
hug,
hugs you.
except
He Wookiee hugs you.
fluffier.
Yeah, it's much stronger, and they have giant arms. So,
Yeah.
you're aware that Trex is taking the ship, though, right? That's his thing. That he left, right? He wanted to take his ship back. And you're aware that Manon, that there's a vague threat about trying to buy your ex from the Pikes, right? You're left at this table with these two well, really one Wookiee is like staring at you guys, and the other one's just kind of like awkwardly looking around, trying not to be seen. She's trying to, but what do Manon and Greta think about this? Like, what do you want to do here? Like, do you want to go try and find your ex, Manon? Or Greta, go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead, yeah.
I'm worried about the ship. Like, I think we need to deal with the ship because he's talking about the ship. It seems like him in the threat with Coco Squanda in the ship, he would take her onto the. I don't know. To me, those problems are related. I feel like, but we need to find the ship because I don't want to be stuck on Kashyyyk. I think we need to find a way off world because we now know that the Trandoshan squad is on planet. They're after us. Maybe they're meeting up with Trex. I don't know. I'm really hitting myself for not giving him one last little dose of the sedative before we head out, but you can't win them all, right? So, but yeah, I think we need to try and deal with the ship in some way. Either going and trying to intercept it because I doubt he's going to leave without convening with the other Trandoshans.
You do know they're not nearby yet enough, so he can't leave without them.
I think we should go to the ship.
Yeah.
Like, but before, like, I think we should head directly to the ship. Maybe heal up a little bit. I don't know. Get some stim packs, Menon. You're not looking so good, but
I'm fine. Been through worse.
Third-degree burns.
Perfectly fine. Burned to the perfect crisp.
But we can't afford to lose another ship, Menon. We just can't.
Yeah.
Even though this ship wasn't ours in the first place, I don't want to lose it again.
Okay. So you want to
like
go ahead?
go like the Yundar. Gotta just be like, we got to do something about Shrek's getting the ship. Does your family have like any spare speeder bikes so we can catch up? He's just on.
Yundar
Worst case scenario, we can, if things get really heavy here, we can take them with us to Ryloth. Ryloth, that's the place, right?
Yeah, Ryloth.
Yeah. There's already like a firm foundation of people that hate the Empire there. Like, and I'm pretty sure people will be okay taking Wookiees that also hate the Empire. They just have to probably be somewhat okay with the idea of fighting, which in this case they might be, but it's better than being immediately murdered here.
Okay. So what the father offers you is that he can give you some weapons, like there's Wookiee bowcasters, so like those crossbow-looking guns. There's basically one for each of the families, so there's 3 of them here. So he can give you 3, right?
Can I trade? So like someone that's big and strong and can easily carry a Wookiee bowcaster, I can take whatever gun you have, and you can take the Wookiee bowcaster.
Let me see. I might like if you want to take mine, we can
Because I have a combat knife. That's my weapon.
you can take my blaster pistol
Okay.
and use that one. But and I'm gonna take the crossbow thingy.
Oh, it says I have a bowcaster on me.
Yeah, I was just checking. You don't have it on you.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
just so you're aware, it uses the heavy skill, ranged heavy.
Heavy.
Yes, I'll definitely take one.
These are heavy weapons.
All right.
I can do that. You know
I'll
what?
take one.
I don't have that much difference. So for me, light is 3 greens, 1 yellow, and ranged heavy is just 4 greens. So like I don't. Yeah, it's
Well,
not gonna
honestly,
make a big
I'm
change.
equally bad at ranged heavy and ranged light, so I guess I could just deal with.
She's got more of a intellectual strength.
Yeah,
Greta.
I have a big brain.
Know how to situate
my,
your body
brass
just so
knuckle?
like you're leaning back, half the guns on the ground.
So I guess I'll take a bowcaster, Menon, if the roll. Yeah, I'll make do. I'll find a way.
Sounds good.
The sister offers just a little thing, just a tiny little droid, a probe droid, the one that she has with her. Right, she gives it over to Yundar. You know, you can use this for scouting and stuff, but mostly it's just her little droid that she made that she hands over to you. You know, as a little memento.
Oh.
You know, she's kind of a more, she's less of a talkative type. She's much more. She expresses herself through her things, her stuff that she makes. She gives that over to you.
Yundar gives the droid a little hug, a little Wookiee, gentle Wookiee hug.
Pat.
Little pat. And your brother, he's just like kind of is standing there looking annoyed and just waiting for everyone to leave.
Wow.
He's he's not really sure what to say. He says if there's trouble, right? If father's taken away, if we're taken away, take this. And he just gives you like a little tracker, right? It's just for your family that you can know where they are. And that's all he says. So he doesn't, get any goodbyes or anything.
Yundar makes I would say a kind of a resigned sound of thanks and then accepts it from him.
Okay. So I need like 5-10 minutes. So let's just be back in a bit.
Okie dokie.
So everyone just hang back. We'll be right back.
Awesome.
Good.
There we go. Okay, so
Hello, everybody.
hello everyone.
Oh, that surprised
Kinda
me.
scared-
You were
surprised me.
really close. Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so you're getting ready to go and try to intercept Trex so we can take off before his hunting party can come and take off from Kashyyyk with the ship, right? So you've just been given weapons by Yenar's family. You all have like these big, heavy bowcasters, and if somebody wants to just make a check with it, they deal like 10 damage per shot. Like they're incredibly strong
Whoa.
weapons, right? They're like ridiculous, right? So yeah, you can. You already know. You take one shot, you take out a stormtrooper. They're really strong, right? So
What's that?
you're all like running towards the spaceport to where you left the crate fang, right? Let me see. Is there any trouble? So okay. So you see there's you see the ship is kind of like it's already it's like on, right? It's like activating a car. Bam. You can tell it's on. It's not like off the ground or anything. It's I'm gonna move you guys though. This is good enough. Right. Okay. So right now it's closed though. They're like the on ramp is closed. You can see like Trex
Wait, this
isn't.
is a random thought. We ate food there, right?
What do you mean? Oh,
We had a meal. Did that heal any of our strain or something like that? Like our mental health?
you know what? I'll say. What do you do? What's the thing? I think it's a cool. Give me a cool check. That's how much strain you heal by.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Watch me get nada.
How do I do?
I guess I could like if we enjoyed the meal.
How do I do the cool? Oh,
It's just cool.
just rolling cool.
Yeah, for every success you heal one strain, and then advantage is, I think, double strain.
Okay.
What if we fail?
This is not looking good.
Yeah. Food wasn't that good, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a really tense dinner. Admittedly, there was a lot
Yeah.
of tension. So
Yeah, Stego, you gain.
Yundar.
Stego, you gain back one strain. Greta, you gain back 2 because you have 2
Great.
advantage. Manon, you were busy. What are they gonna do to Coco Squanda?
Aw.
I mean, I'm already almost on a nervous breakdown, so it wasn't enough.
Yundar, you just had a terrible time. Maybe, but it's good to see your family. But it's not good to see your brother. Who knows? It's up to you. But you're all running. You're racing for the spaceport. You see like the crate fang's like engaged, right? Like it's on. There's you can see the on ramp has been closed, and at like the captain's seat, because you're running towards it, you can see Trex is just there, right? He's just kind of fiddling with it, getting the nav computer ready. He's but there. Oh, is that Dusty?
Has he noticed this yet?
He hasn't noticed you yet, right? Like it's a big,
Can I,
it's
like,
a big
sneak
ship.
in?
Yeah, you can try
Yeah,
to.
yeah, let me try. I'll use a light side point
Yeah, go for it.
because I kind of want to just like get the jump on him, put like the bowcaster bring him back.
And like, tell me what you're doing. You're approaching it. You're trying to scale it. You know, there's like a hatch on the top where people can go out of to like do repairs on the top. Oh, look at him. Okay, you got a triumph.
Ooh. Question. Since I'm a pilot and somebody who's been working on a similar ship for years now, do I know like a secret way in that maybe somebody else doesn't know? A place
I'm
where
pretty small. I
usually,
could probably squeeze in.
yeah, a place
You
we can
you know
hide
this is a
drugs.
popular smuggling ship, right?
Mhm.
So
So
you
there's
know,
lots of little nooks and
yeah, there's like little
Yeah.
nooks and crannies. Give me a vigilance check, Manon or Skullduggery. It'll be. I'll make it 1 purple for you, and you can add a blue die. Okay.
Nice.
So you
Let's go.
tell me what you find, and that's what Greta's going to be going through because she's so tiny.
I know that there's one space that we had a big issue with Greta. When she joined our team, she found stop. Maury sleeping somewhere.
Fufu's sleeping too.
He,
What are you doing?
you guys, so basically there was like one spot that we always had an issue and it was breaking, and a specific place with this model of ships that actually Greta fixed for Spice Girl, but it's not fixed on this ship, and that's why Greta can easily find the same spot that opens.
Yeah, so you're aware that the ship did need repairs and it never got any on Ryloth.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Yeah.
it's like this
I'm planning on manipulating that completely. Like I think there's a way. I already know there's a way for me to at least temporarily disable the engine.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you can you know there's like this it's like a fuel link, right? That helps engage the hyperdrive so it can like hyperdrive out of here. Right? It's just small enough that no one else but Greta can fit, but you can get inside of the ship, right? I say it's like a wire, but by wire it's like really it's huge, right?
But it's
Like-
it's like a little pipe.
Yeah,
Pipe
basically, and you can fit through in.
Pipe.
So you go in.
Think that- Yes.
Okay, so you're in the back part of the ship, right? There's like the low hum of the hyperdrive, right? No one knows you're in there. The others can see. Oh yeah, and what did you want to do with your triumph, Stego, if anything? By the way, because you were sneaking up.
Yeah, I was gonna like sneak up, like get, I don't know, find some type of hatch or something.
Yeah, there's a hatch that people will do like emergency repairs. They'll like open it from the top so they can get to the top side of the ship and like work on there. For some, Stego, Trex was looking over a ship to see what kind of damage was done so far since it's been taken, and it's still left ajar, right? Because he's still doing like a look over on through everything. So that's open. So you and Dredd are inside the ship right now, right?
Yeah. Can I hear where he is based off like sounds? Like he said he's like doing maintenance, right?
Yeah, he's in the front of the ship right now. He's looking through like the Nava computer, which shows like all the travel details of where you went or any like recent events happen in the ship, like damage or current power being used by the ship and where it's going and stuff like that.
All right, so I'm gonna go up to him where it's like optimal range for a bowcaster, and pretty much just like hold it up, line up the sight, and I'm gonna tell him pretty much immediately and say, if the next thing you do isn't dropping your weapons, I'm gonna kill you.
I'm not gonna make you roll for this. You get the jump on him. He's like, oh, not again.
Wrap him up
Thought
again.
this was gonna be easy. No.
I just got it back. Do you know how
That's it,
expensive
indeed,
this ship was?
I don't think you really got it back. You just helped repair it.
And then Dreda, you hear this happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can hear
Moving through the pipes.
he's standing up, right? As he's standing up, he presses a button to try and like lift to get the ship to like get into the air, and it's not going because Greta, you are messing with its engines or whatever, right? And then Stego, you see this, right? He's basically trying to start the ship up to get away, right?
All right, well I'm gonna shoot him.
You shoot him.
Yeah,
At this distance, it's so close. It's just one purple die for you.
All right.
Let's just see if
Okay,
it.
yeah,
I just want to
let's
see if
go.
it's enough to kill him.
Oh my god.
I won't use a light. So.
When people ask who shot first, it's always Stego. The answer
Yeah.
is always Stego.
They'll
I
see.
said it's the first thing you do.
She can't do that.
Oh, that's right. I didn't really
Shoot
talk.
her or something.
And oh my god, no, you didn't use the weapon, but success 3. That means you do 13 damage to him, right? And what is the weapon? It's a crit is only 3, and you have 4 advantage. So You can basically,
Bye-bye.
you just shoot him point blank range. This huge
And,
blast pierces.
Wait, was it a crit?
That's up to you to use. So the way crits work is, you see how you have 4 advantage?
Yeah.
A bowcaster needs 3 advantage to do a critical hit. So you can say,
Oh, yeah.
I crit him.
Yeah, I'll have it be.
Yeah, so...
And I'll also use lethal blows to add a +10 per rank. And he hasn't attacked yet, so quick strike. I mean, it doesn't matter. The combat check already. But yeah, lethal blows adds like a +10 per rank.
Okay. So what that does is it gives him like a permanent injury. But
Nice.
this is so much damage, it just outright kills him. And this time you hit him like in the chest, right? And he does not get back up. There's no like, oh, I'm alive. No. He's just there, and you see like the equivalent of car keys fall out. And you have the ship, but you can see like nearby there's the tracker starting to beep faster as this hunting party's trying to approach.
So I'm gonna like push his body to the side and pick up the tracker. And like it's beeping at a rhythm where it's just like, all right, they're not only are they on Kashyyyk, but they're close.
They're close. Yeah.
All right. We have comlinks. Yeah, so I'm just gonna use the comlink. I'm gonna tell everybody. Yeah. So I killed Trex. The tracker's going a little bit crazy right now, so they're closing in. We can either leave or we can stay trapped. What's everybody feeling? I'm at the control room.
I think at the minimum, everyone should get on the ship, and I can plug in whatever.
Plug it back in, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
what's
gonna
on his
prep
body?
it.
On his
Ooh.
body?
There's, like-
Okay. Yeah, what's on his
Is
body?
there like a stim pack on there?
There is a lot.
Is there money? Because we wanna
We
gamble.
really need some money. Yeah.
He doesn't. He has a cred stick. Yeah, so it's 400 credits on him.
Wow.
He has his heavy
Oh, yeah.
blaster pistol. He's got a stim pack. Okay, I'm just gonna link it. He has all this. Oh wait, no. Bam.
Nice.
Yeah. And then, his weapons and his 400 credits. 400 is not a lot. I just realized I haven't been throwing credits at you. It's funny enough. But yeah,
We're broke.
you're broke. You've been broke for a long time.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What fucking credits did you throw at us? 25 credits?
It's 10 times more than I have.
Let
Yeah, I
us
don't
buy
know.
a banana. Wow, we're
I have
so
10
rich.
credits. Wow.
That was the first meal that we've had in a while.
I
Because
know,
we
right?
can't afford to eat, and it still wasn't even good enough to just make us feel a little bit better.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna prep the ship to be ready to take off any second.
Yeah.
'Cause it
I'm
usually
gonna
takes a minute.
take a quick run. I'm gonna probably just do some quick. It sounds silly, but I feel like there's a lot of like dust and like pollen on Kashyyyk, so I'm gonna just do a quick little clean.
Does she have
which-
allergies?
Honestly, yeah. Yeah, honestly, Greta's like, I hate it here. Yeah. Like her own hair is stuck in her nose too, which is like not great either.
A little run for Allegra.
Right. Yeah. So I'm gonna spend some time quickly just cleaning. I don't know. I feel like there's like bugs that are trying to like lay nests in pipes and stuff. Also,
Ye-
like there's a lot of nature on this planet.
Yeah. They're mosquitoes like the size of your arm. Like they're huge.
Thinking like there must be like fleas too, just because so many people have fur on this planet. Like alien fleas.
Yeah, do you have fleas, Yundar? Do you bathe?
Oh my gosh, I should roll for that.
Oh my
Right now.
god.
No. You have fleas. I probably do too.
Oh yeah,
You gotta decontaminate everything.
yeah. Two of you are very hairy.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Okay. I'm trying to gauge. Okay, so you have control of the ship. Are you planning to go to Ryloth then? Are you trying to go to the planet where your ex is at?
It
Where
depends.
where Coco is?
I mean, if it was just my choice, sure. But also, I'm not
You
a
can dou- you
planner.
can
I'm a
double-check
doer.
double check with Yundar's pen.
Yeah, that's a good idea to find out if they are integral, and we got what the comm link to chat with them, because if well, we know that the Trandoshan's are coming to us, at least. If I'm being honest, I don't totally understand how the Imperials would know that they were related to us killing them. I mean, like killing the stormtrooper.
So you're aware that Trex worked for Timo.
Yes.
Hold on. Are you good?
Yeah.
And Timo called in. Trex called in Timo to call in a favor with an Imperial, who has ties to Tatooine and this sector, right? He has an Imperial. His name is he's an Imperial lieutenant in his pocket, basically, right?
Timo does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how they're aware of you guys.
Well, the person that was telling was like the person that knew where we were and knew all the information about us was Trex, and he's now dead. So I feel like they're the lead on. Is that cat seriously scratching my door again? I have to just ignore him. Like, I just let you out, my friend. Yeah, I don't know, Yundar. Maybe if you want to call or send a message. Confirm. Because we now have a ship to get them off world if they want to leave with us.
I mean, yeah, Yundar would want to call. He's not entirely sure that they'd agree to just, especially because his father is ailing. He's not sure that with the brother's influence, it might be difficult to convince them to get off planet. But I mean, he'll give it one last shot before they leave.
Okay.
So you call them
with the comms. Yeah, he'll call. He'll use the comms that they gave to him, and essentially say that they have a ship, they're ready to go off planet, and they're always welcome to come along. They can find somewhere safe to house them.
You can also mention that we killed Trex, the one that came in and was pointing a gun at your dad.
Yes. I feel like he'll like hold up the comm while one of you says that, just like in the background.
I'm trying to.
Also, Trex is dead.
I'm trying to imagine every single stormtrooper. How do they talk? It's like move along. You just hear like you just hear like the comm like activates, right, to speak, but it's not the voice of a Wookiee you hear, right? It's the voice of stormtroopers. And it's like, you left your phone on, so like, someone can hear on the other side, right? It's kind of like that. And it says they're being arrested and they're being taken, right? And
this is. Sorry, go on.
No, they're being arrested, right? For connections with people who have ties to who have murdered stormtroopers, and they're being placed in arrest, and they'll be taken and it's like cut off, right? And Yundar, what do you do when you hear this?
Yundar is just momentarily inconsolable, just one of those really loud, like, Wookiee sounds of despair, and it almost looks like he wants to like crush the comm in his hand, but instead just puts it down on the nearest countertop, and like brings out the tracker, and kind of tries to push the tracker in either Manon or Greta's hands, since he thinks of you two as like the smart ones. Stego, you're also smart, but like smart at killing people.
I can handle this, Manon, if you want to focus on.
I prefer to. Yep. I can also. Is it possible for me to get control of the guns of the ship? So
Yeah,
in
yeah.
case,
You have full control of the ship.
yeah, in case like some troopers, whatever, gonna come here, I can easily just shoot them.
Yeah.
So it also just occurred to me quickly. So we know the Trandoshans are coming to the ship. Did we want to just take off and leave them behind, and once I figure out where Yundar, your family, is being held, or did we want to like home alone the ship and then just ambush them once they try and board it?
Let's home alone this bitch.
We can take some time. I'm gonna take a second to just try and figure out where it is. Well, I guess they've just been arrested, so they haven't been taken to wherever it is they're going yet. So maybe we have a moment to, I don't know, maybe I'll just set a trap, quick little trap.
Yeah. So the tracker that / communicator that you have, right?
Mhm.
It's like beeping a bit. It's kind of like the reverse of the one that Trek says, right? The further they're getting away, the slower the beeping is. You know, kind of like that, right? And eventually goes from like every second to every 2 seconds, every 5 seconds and stuff. And you can see like the miles or whatever is increasing, as if they're being put in like the equivalent of a speeder police car or whatever, right? You have a direction, but it's moving quickly away from you.
Okay. Yundar, I don't know. I mean, I guess Manon, it's our ship, your ship, sort of. So, I guess Yundar, if you want us to just go chasing after them now, I'm in. We do also need to be aware that the Trandoshans are looking for us, or I guess are looking for this ship. I guess, do we know that they have a tracker on this ship, or is there a way for me to destroy the tracker that they may have on the ship? Because there was a tracker, I know, and we left it because we were maybe going to use it as a trap, but at this point I'm thinking it might just be good to just destroy it and have them not know where we are. Because dealing with both of these problems at once seems less than ideal. Chromie, do you remember?
Do you copy?
Sorry,
Like,
hold
do you
on.
know... No, it's okay. Perhaps I wrote it down in one of my notes.
Say that. Sorry,
So-
I had something that like froze for a second.
That's okay. Well, what I just asked was there was a tracker that Trandoshan, that Trex and his like Trandoshan
Yeah,
friend
yeah.
had. Has that since been destroyed? Do we have that?
Stego, you have it.
Stego, can we we need to decide what we're gonna do, how we're gonna manage them, if we're also going to save Yundar's family, because dealing with both of those problems at once is definitely less than ideal.
Stego,
So we
you
know
are.
that-
I'll say this, Stego, you are a Trandoshan. You can try making. You can you can talk to them. Use your voice. You can try to trick them. It's you don't have to just like go in and fight them if you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Lead them away. That's an option.
We need to approach it from a general place of power, though. Indicate to them that if it was a hunt, just like in our culture, they would be dead. Communicate with them that Trex was killed, more or less easily, and that his life has now been added to my equipment. And maybe through that, they'll decide to kind of just leave us alone. But if we give them an opportunity to fight, they might take that as an opportunity. So I say we set up just a small enough trap just to show that we got the jump on them, and then we can speak. And maybe after that, they'll either leave us alone or maybe they'll join us for these Imperials. I doubt that last part. We are effectively rescuing Wookiees, but the best case scenario, which is the more likely case, is, well, one, like either they leave us alone or we kill them. But that position of power before we start those negotiations, I believe, would be the most important thing, because it shows that we've more or less made a hunt out of them and that they were defeated. So that could be the ship, in which we leave it empty for the most part. We stay hidden within one of the many compartments for smuggling, and then we come out, and we can pretty much use Trex's body as bait. There's a massive hole in the middle of it. So once they see that, they're gonna be shocked enough. Maybe check if they're not gonna check for a fucking pulse, but they're sure as shit gonna get shocked.
All I thought was we gonna burn when he said that.
Yeah,
Just
prop
weekend.
him up and like shoot through the hole in his abdomen. That's
I mean, if we have a secondary pair of clothing, then yeah, we can give them a new shirt that doesn't have a hole in it, and then yeah, maybe then they'll check for a pulse, and then once they're doing that, we pop up, bowcasters and pistols in hand, and then we can talk.
Could we like prop it up, change his shirt, prop him up, and then use a comm link to kind of like, and Stego could like talk like speakerphone, like mimicking his voice, so they would enter and be like,
You think all Trandoshans sound alike?
Look, if you
Greta,
want
do
to
you
try
think
it,
we can- Greta, do you
I
think
can
we
try
can
it.
make some kind of explosives to put
yes,
around that place?
yes. I'm really looking
on our
forward.
ship.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm thinking it doesn't have to be like an explosive in the sense that it'll destroy the hardware.
Yeah.
We just want something that either would be like some kind of a nitrous bomb, something that would
How about a gas?
something that would either knock them unconscious or just
Poison.
cause them harm, or I'm thinking Home Alone. Those traps, they didn't destroy the house. They just fucked the
Yeah.
guys that they were trying to break into the house. That's
if
what
we're
I'm
gonna do
envisioning.
that,
on the
I
ground,
think
yeah.
because like the emergency repair kit is in my inventory. I think you should have it.
there's the
Yeah, it's
remember
something-
you used medicines before to knock out the
Yeah.
Trex.
Mhm.
There's stuff in the medical bay you can use.
There's probably like laughing gas, like the equivalent of laughing gas.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, because there was enough last time, so we'll just say there's enough still.
Yeah.
And you can
Yeah.
just-
yeah. And could we like use Trex's body, like put it in kind of like I guess I just don't want to underestimate their ability to like identify things in their surroundings because they are Trandoshans and they are good at what they do. So, yeah, I can try and make some kind of gas that will. I don't know that I have enough to necessarily make them all pass out, but enough to make them like really disoriented and lightheaded for some period
Well,
of time.
I can make it work that as soon as they go to the room wherever we're gonna put the body, as soon as they go there, the door's gonna
The door
close.
closes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we can have a little negotiation with them, and most likely they're gonna try to be like cool guys, and that's when we can start throwing the gas in. Another thing what we can do, Greta, you're pretty small. You can go into the vents, so we don't even need to have some kind of a detonator. You can just kind of like start the gas from there. Just send the gas through the vents. We can also cut off oxygen to them, and watch them slowly like.
Oh my
die.
goodness.
Slowly suffocate.
You gotta watch them though. You have to. Yeah. But that's
Yeah.
I'm fine with all that. If you want to try it,
Okay.
go for it.
Yeah, let's try. I can
We can
make.
suck the oxygen from there very slowly, so it's kind of like they can feel slowly getting weaker and weaker. So they will have to listen to us, and they will have to like negotiate with us.
But okay, can I just pause for a second? What are we trying to get information out of them? Do we want?
Oh yeah,
their
good question.
shit? Like,
But I
I
want
kind of-
some torture.
I kind of feel like we should try and disarm and or kill them. I do like the idea of making them feel really bad about themselves.
Yeah.
So that this could be like a win for Yundar and Stego, like the
Oh,
gang.
look. Once we're gonna like suck the oxygen out, they're gonna start hallucinating. So we can send like message of being
Well,
like, "Hey, look, it's the ghosts of all the
All the people. all the-
Wookiees you killed and something." And
Oh,
they
wait,
start
we
doing,
have
like,
the
hold
Wookiee
up the
furs.
furs.
We have the
Oh my
Wookiee
god.
furs.
Oh my god.
We're gonna make them
Like
trick.
a Christmas Carol.
Yes!
Wait, actually, no. But I did take I took some poison
Drugs.
from one of the spiders. So I
So-
have
Yes.
this weird poison that
Oh,
like
yeah.
I could probably I don't know, distill in some way and make it into a vapor, and I'm sure that would leave them very confused, disoriented, and potentially.
I will haunt you forever until you're gonna go and help 50 Wookiees.
Now
and
get
something
in a
like that.
spaceship and fly away.
This is the ghost of Wookiees past. I'm
Of
here
That's
to
funny.
haunt you.
Yeah. Of Wookiees past. Or
I guess
we
my-
just. Sorry, go ahead, Yundar.
Well, no, I guess my question is there any way they know where the Imperials are taking the recently arrested Wookiees? I'm thinking not.
That's something you
'cause I
can
don't-
find out by talking with them.
Okay. Because
Mhm.
Yundar has kind of an inkling, but wants to confirm before.
My villain
Before
origin
Before
story.
these two pump them with so much drugs.
Well,
No.
I'm thinking, what if we do something really diabolical and just,
She's
I mean,
coming
I
to
guess
life
this would
now,
be-
Greta.
this
Yeah, I was
would
like,
be me.
you
This
got
would
my
be me
attention.
doing
Yes.
something particularly diabolical. We're like,
Let's go.
we use the Wookiee furs and the chemical compound that I'm going to manufacture using this poison and make them think that they are Wookiees. So like, then they just start killing each other. That might be too.
But
Drop
that's not
the
gonna
furs
make,
on
here's
top
the
of
thing,
them.
That's not
That
gonna
might be
make
too
them
far.
feel bad. Yeah, they're just gonna kill each other happily and stuff. We want them to suffer. We want them to kind of like psychologically torture
You're
them.
right.
That's
You're right.
like,
But
come
This
on.
all started because the thing was just like, all right, if we dishonor them, maybe they'll leave us alone. It's like, I want to pump them with so many drugs, they're gonna think that they're Wookiees themselves, and they're gonna start killing each other.
for themselves. Yeah, honestly, like at this point, like
Isn't that like bath salts? That's what you're. That's
yeah,
what you're
no,
doing.
like it makes them like cannibals.
That's
yeah.
what you're doing. You're making bath salts in Star Wars.
This
my
poison
God.
is from like this is from like a. This is like it was from the albino.
It's like that. It's like that frog in like Peru that
Mhm.
people lick. They get too high and it's very poisonous.
But look, if we
Right,
make
yeah, albino
them,
we shock. Yeah.
Yeah.
if we make them trip, if we make them go like wooey, and we talk about them about like, oh, you need to take care of Wookiees, we can actually make like something good out of that. You know what I mean? Traumatize them so they will do good stuff. I
We're
think
gonna give
that's
them
not
an ego
evil.
death.
They start
But,
a
like,
new life.
Right, but like orchestrating an ego death and a psychedelic trip when we could
Yeah.
just be torturing these creatures.
Whoa.
That
But listen, if we just torture them. Oh, hello, Raiders.
Such a strange
Oh.
moment for
Red is
Raiders to be.
maniacal, yeah.
Welcome in, Raiders.
I'm so sorry, Raiders. This is definitely not out of context. But here's the thing: if we torture them, if we just torture them to death, nothing good is gonna come out of
I
that.
don't want to
But-
torture them to
I
to
love
death. I want them
democracy.
to feel really bad about themselves.
I
and
love the
then die.
Republic.
But like, that's nothing good is gonna come out of that. But if we torture
I
them
mean,
and in the end
They
tell
will
them
still
like,
be dead. That will be the good thing.
but if they actually change their life and do good stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
We
know.
love
traumatize them
democracy.
enough then that they want to change
I
their
love the
life.
Republic.
Otherwise, the evil Wookiees from their dreams gonna come back and like torture them for
and
real.
torture and haunt them forever.
That's what I'm saying.
Lego, I think we're gonna need some of your input here because you are a Trandoshan that now loves a Wookiee. So I think we might need
What will it
some
take?
help developing the psychological profile we're gonna use.
Were you
Raiders
looking
would
spiders when
definitely-
this happened?
I was like, Raiders, we're
I'm
definitely
gonna
not
look at
choosing how to
Yundar.
torture people. Like, it's fine.
It's a clan of Trandoshans that have hunted down.
No, they're
hunted
they're
down-
leaning towards torture or a Christmas Carol. Those are the
No,
Fine
no,
balance between the
Chromie, combine.
Combine
You
it,
understand?
yes.
Combine it together.
It's a torture Christmas Carol. Yes, it's perfect.
War crimes meet Christmas Carol. Beautiful. Like, that's exactly what I'm looking for.
Wow.
So I'm gonna look at
was Scrooge a
Yundar, and
victim?
I'm just gonna like look at Yundar and just say, you know, I thought I did a lot of like wild things in my past. This is insane.
And are just like kind of does like a shrug and like a little nod of the head, but then points to the tracker and asks, would they know?
That is us.
Yeah, like would they know like where his family is being taken?
Hmm.
Most likely.
Maybe during. So he then does the wiki version of a thumbs up for the
A thumbs up. They do a
whatever.
thumbs up.
Yeah.
It's just
Like
A big furry hand. That's the Wookiee version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
if it takes locking them in a room and dumping spider fumes on them for them to.
Okay, you
line
know
up
what?
with
Are you all on the ship right now? You're on the Crate Fang?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. How do you make it so we'll say like it's a group of 3 Trandoshans, right? They're just like, chatting, they have their guns drawn behind their back. They're walking towards the ship all nonchalant. They're waiting for the ramp to come down. Do you lower it? Have you we can say you've had enough time to make a little poison
Okay,
gas.
all right.
Your gas, right?
Great.
All right. We position the body. You put up a new shirt. So there's
I'll
not
say
a
though,
massive
any medicinal drugs are they're spent now, right?
Mhm.
But you have enough to do what you want right now. But you'd have to go restock or whatever,
Okay.
but for now
So-
they're spent.
Okay.
So
So we have one chance to do this basically for now.
yeah.
I just also imagine Manon is looking at those chemicals and she's like, we can heal all of my burns that I have on like 90% of my body.
Oh,
Or torture the guys. And I always choose the torture.
This is gonna be
We've
great,
got
Manon.
400
You might
Let's
find-
go.
Let's see.
Greta, I
Joy
want you to know-
will cure 3rd-degree burns.
If you can do it, Greta, you can use all of our money to play what is it? The space
Sabacc.
poker. Sabacc, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I will see how I am feeling after this. I might have had my fill of fun for the day, if I'm being honest. But we'll see.
Okay. So you see these 3 Trandoshans, they walk up. You open the ramp for them, right? You have your little Weekend at Bernie's Trex there at the front. He just waves them in, and then ramp lowers down. They're walking through. They're like, oh, look, he's got the ship back. Everything seems to go into normal. Manon has control of it. She can like just isolate them in between like blast doors. Bam. Right? That's the plan, right? You were gonna put the blast doors down and flood it with this noxious gas, right? So then I guess you're getting them high. You're not killing them, right? That's essentially what you're doing. Yeah. They're like, first it's like really wild that they're panicking, and then they just start, I don't know if giggling's the right word. They do a laugh that they're like lizards, right? It's a very scary sound. But then they're just like kind of like you can see on the cameras of the ship. Right? They're just kind of like touching now, like really softly, like the metal. Like it's so smooth and cold in here. Whoa, you're really green. They're not really sure. They're not. This is very much the opposite of what you expected from you dealing with Treks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have. What do you do here? You have full control.
Yundar, give me some Wookiee names, please.
oh boy. I'm going to Wookiee name generator. Name generator. Okay, they actually have one. All right,
Hell
this is
yeah.
gonna generate. I don't know how accurate these are. One of these is about 20 letters
Any.
long.
Just give me any.
Noapi.
No
Alright,
Whoppy.
I connect to the audio system and I'm like, it's me, Noapi. Give me more names.
My
Can we
goodness,
throw in a
this one is-
Wookiee noise just so like it
Yeah,
actually sounds
a
like
few Wookiee noises, like something like that.
Onyx can chime in with a
Ooh.
Wookiee noise. They're just
Yes.
so good.
AUTBUW.
AUTBW.
Let's
It's
move.
me. You killed me. I cannot pass to the next life because you murdered me. Remember when you did this? And I'm like trying to do different voices of like, yeah, me too. You killed me too and all my whole family. Now you're gonna be
You
here
killed
forever.
me
You burned my house. And I'm like,
And
I do. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna just like mess fiddle with like a steam pipe, so it'll just let off some steam, so the room
Okay,
gets a
so you
little
know
bit
what,
cloudier and
Manon,
smoggier, like
you
a fog
can
machine.
Manon, you can do deception or coercion. I'll make it 2 purple only, but you can add 1 blue because they're high, 1 blue because you have physical effects being done by Greta, and another blue because they're not sure if this is a real Wookiee they've hurt or not. So 3 blue die on top. So 2
3
purple,
blue
3
die.
blue. 2 purple, 3 blue.
2 purple. Okay, got it. Cool. And I have a 1 advantage automatically.
Okay.
I'm a Zabrak.
It succeeds. 3 advantage. You can do something big. They're like, oh, Nawapi. Wait, give me an image of what Nawapi would be. Would they be? I didn't mean to kill you. It was an accident.
Hello there.
Oh my
Make
What
god.
about my 3
Like,
children?
like children. Get some.
Yeah. You left my children
children.
orphans. All because I didn't mine fast enough. You killed me.
You should have mined faster.
Oh my god.
I couldn't. My hands, they were all bloodied from working so hard and taking care of my kids. I curse you all, so you will never feel any happiness
love
in your
democracy.
life until you save
I love the Republic.
50 Wookiees each.
Each.
Okay,
And
so
I'm
let's
gonna
see.
now release
Yes.
a little bit of smoke that's gonna be smelly. So now there's gonna be like
Mhm.
still smoggy, but now there's kind of like a burning smell too. To
Mm.
just
So this
make-
one over
keep it-
here, her name is Brooke. She looks at the other. She's like shaking the other one. She says, "No, Wappy, I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean to do it." And she's like,
What's done is done. It doesn't matter what you meant or didn't mean. The smoke from my village will always stay with you. No matter where you go, you will always smell it. Can you smell it right now?
"I can smell it burning. I can smell it. So much fire. So much
I'm just
smoke."
gonna make like screaming noises in the back,
Yes,
like the
yes.
sound. of people screaming
Where's
in
the
village.
scream?
All of us-
It's the Wilhelm scream. But I'll say that she's like kind of sobbing. She's like, "What can I do to get rid of these visions?"
As I said, each one of you gotta help 50 Wookiees. If you need any spiritual lead-in or any help to find Wookiees that you need to help, go to Yundar. What's your family name?
What is
Yeah,
your
Yundar's your
family
first name. What's your last name?
name? Yundar.
Or it could be a clan name. Like every Wookiee in this part is your clan or whatever. You decide, but like if you want to come up with one.
Let's see. It's Yundar Greybark. They're the Greybark.
Yundar Greybark.
They live in trees.
You will learn and protect the Greybark? That
That's
was the
great
name?
part.
Yeah, the House of Greybark, and you will listen to them, and they will lead you to the Wookiees that will need your help. You will change your ways and become better. What is the name of their
Trandoshan.
species? I don't remember.
The
Trandoshans, yes.
Wookiees? Oh.
No, you will be better Trandoshans, and you will show by example that you don't have to be an asshole to be powerful.
It's a half honor.
She turns around and starts slapping it. The other two says, "We have to go save some Wookiees. We can show the great. Was it the Great Hunt, Onyx?
The scorekeeper. That's the
We can show the Great Scorekeeper another way to keep score." And
Keep up the good score.
yeah, and they just all. She's like berating them, and they're like, "Yes, yes, we'll listen." And like they all just kind of like collapse there. You know, from like peak high, and now they're just collapse. And what do? You guys just wait for them to come to, or what?
Let's find out if they have any money on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's loot their
You
bodies.
get robbed.
Yeah, you just rob them first.
No, I
Let's
also-
fucking rob them.
While they robbing them, I'm gonna cut a little piece from those Wookiee pelts that we have, and I'm gonna put it in their pockets. And I'm gonna put it in their pockets, and I'm gonna put it in their wallet, whatever. So every time they go for something, they will find a little piece of Wookiee hair. So we'll
Wow.
like be like, "Oh, that
This is
actually
what they're
happened."
haunted.
No, that's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll say
Oh, yeah,
this:
like
they have
their money
2,000.
and their skin packs.
I'll say they 2,000 credits in total. They each have a stim
2,000.
pack in
Nice.
total, but they each have a stim pack and they each have a blaster pistol on them.
Well, if they're gonna help us, they probably need their blaster pistols,
But
right?
okay, so let's say they come to 2 hours later. They wake up. Are they still isolated?
I think let's take their bodies out somewhere.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking. We can even fly and drop them somewhere like near the forest or something like
We
that.
could
Yeah,
we
because
could
that'll
put
really
them in
freak
like
them out.
we could put them in like the main hall of the ship with Trex's body, and then we can tell them that Trex failed the trial.
Do you want to keep them in the? Oh my god! Yeah. You know
Great.
what? Yeah.
Great. Good job, Stego.
Genius.
Oh yeah,
The
so
mind of a
Brooke
transition.
wakes up a bit and she sees she sees Trex, and that's the first. She says, the scorekeeper isn't pleased with Trex. Don't you see? We had a vision. And
Yundar, you gotta play along. Tell them the. No, Yundar, Stego, you gotta play along. You gotta tell them that you saw it too.
Yeah, I saw it too. That's like I saw it too long ago. That's what triggered.
oh,
my
so do you
relationship
go and
with
find them
Yundar.
then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I guess like I'll be like the first person in the room. It's like yeah, like I saw the vision a long time ago. That's what made me change my ways and get this great friendship with Yundar.
And does Yandar come in now?
If Stego gestures that he should, Yundar will come in. But
Yeah.
So then you see like the three Trandoshans. They're not crying, but they're like, sniffling. And then you can see one reaches his pocket for like a napkin, but takes out Wookiee pelt. He says, "Oh no,
oh no,
we've been wrong the
Darn.
whole time."
I'll put like a hand on their shoulder and be like, it's okay.
They look
I
up
know what
at
it feels
Sago.
like.
Says, "How can we please the great scorekeeper?"
To truly add true arrows to your quiver for the scorekeeper to judge you on, you need to save lives. Those lives that you save will be added to the quiver, and you need to start. You need to start by saving House Greybark.
And they look towards. They're like wondering what House Greybark is, but then Yendar. You wanted to ask them about do they know where your family could be, right?
Yeah.
So you ask.
he'd,
I see Peach behind
yeah,
you.
where they can see them. Yeah, she's trying to get up on my chair, and I'm like, ma'am, you're just gonna jump right off again.
So what do you ask them though?
So he's going to have the tracker in his hand, but Trex threatened my family. Now they have been taken. You know where they are being taken.
So they're kind of like almost not fidgeting, but now they suddenly feel like this new sense of shame as they see Stego there. It's kind of like, I don't know if he's not like lording it over them, but he seems a lot more sure of himself compared to they are right now after this weird trip. And they're still not totally like sober, but they're still very feeling odd. But they look towards Yendar and Brooke, the one on the left. She says, "We hunted them for sport. We gave them to the Empire for weapons, resources. They have a labor camp not too far." Says, and they look to Yendar and he says, they're basically suggesting this is probably where your family could be taken out, right? And they just give you like a list of like what did Sia say? 40 Wookiees? You got 50 Wookiees each?
No, 50 each, yes.
Yeah, they give you a list of 100 Wookiees they've taken there.
Wow.
Yeah.
We can start there.
Yeah, Yundar basically repeats the refinery, and then looks to his friends and asks, "Will you go with me?"
Yeah.
Us?
All right.
of course.
Yeah, of course.
And then the three Trandoshan says, you look at Stego. They're kind of feeling unsure, right? They're willing to go on this thing, but unsure of their place here. They kind of like look. Stego, you kind of see that they're almost looking at you for guidance, right? He's just nodding. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm also gonna look at what's his tracks, right? His body, and I'm gonna come very like concerned, touch his neck, check for the pulse, and then be like, "No, he failed."
He failed.
And I close his eyes, like do
Oh,
very
gosh.
dramatic.
They say to the great scorekeeper in the sky. They all lift their one arm, one hand in the air.
So I'm gonna look to the three of them, and I'll say, due to the life that Trex lived, I can guarantee you that when he meets the scorekeeper, they'll be found wanting. If you really want to fill those quivers and attain true honor that is unequivocal, that can't be questioned even by your own people, we need to fight. We need to fight the Empire, take down this facility, and we can free those Wookiees out. And if you survive after that to Rylith, and we join the resistance there,
So they say
then I'll turn to like the rest of the party and be like, I don't know, we're gonna fucking join that resistance, but
they're kind of like they're like psyching themselves up. It says, "Fight," and saying scorekeeper,
And
fight.
I'll hold up the Wookiee, like the Wookiee bowcaster, as pretty much like a sign that like I've already achieved like what they're trying to attain, and like this weapon is a symbol.
They all go like, "Oh!"
What I hold in my hand is a symbol of the life that I've turned away from. Like a weapon that was once used against me of people trying to defend themselves of my hunt has now been gifted to me to free them.
So they like nod at you. They understand that they will lead you to the refinery, to where other Wookiees are forcibly taken. They'll work to earn this trophy, this trust, and they tell you they have some speeders with them. All right, only 3 because the other ones were destroyed, but they tell you they have 3 speeders.
It's fine, Greta.
but they'll look to you guys for leadership to lead up to to tell them they'll take you to where you need to go, but they'll listen to Stego. You'll be like their it's like people who leave the Scientologists. You're Leia Remini. That's who you are.
Yeah.
It's awesome. You're saving Wookiee lives, okay?
It's a special Trandoshan resistance. It's like a separate
Yes,
thing.
there you go. Leader of the movement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll hunt the Empire instead of Wookiees.
I'll give them some dumbass name to make them feel special.
Oh yeah.
What do you call this collective of then? What's your hunting party called?
Some bullshit thing that'll make people feel like they're alpha. The wolves.
The wolves.
Yeah.
They ask you what's a wolf.
They're
Like
They're-
the rancors.
they're great.
Alpha lizards, something like that.
They're great and grand beasts from the outer rims that they hunt in packs, and they believe in family, they believe in togetherness, the strength of the pack, and they always listen to the alpha.
They go like this. Whoo, whoo, whoo. They're like chanting, wolf, wolf, wolf. And
Should have called them Chads.
The
I think that would
Chads.
have been- the Chads.
the Chads, yeah.
Chad.
But okay, so you have these 3 extra people with you, right?
Nice.
That you know exactly. This is a trek. With them guiding you, you can get there a lot faster, but it is quite a distance away. But yeah,
I have a quick question for everyone. So after going to refinery, we're gonna go to the Rayloth planet, right?
Yep.
Ryloth.
Mm-hmm.
While we in town, before we're gonna go to the refinery and stuff, I wanna go to a local cantina and try to see if anybody needs smuggling to Rayloth. We need some extra money.
Yeah.
I'm game.
And
Oh.
looking how we gaslit like Trendoshans, I think we can do a good job with that.
Yeah.
No.
That was really sophisticated gaslighting, though. Like that was really sophisticated, well orchestrated. There was like we controlled every in and out. Like I wouldn't even just call
We
that
changed their
gaslighting.
life.
That was brainwashing. That was like
My
no,
bad.
no. You know what I'm
Trigger
imagining?
guilt.
It's
We
like
changed the trajectory
No.
of their lives forever.
it's like people who take acid for the first time and they suddenly develop
Yeah.
empathy. It's like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh no, what I've been doing is wrong.
What have I been doing? Wow, other people have lives.
Yeah.
And hopes and dreams
Oh my
and
God,
families,
they
and
all-
killing them is wrong. Wow.
Good job, you guys. Do you want to
I
take?
bet you didn't expect that. That's the way we would.
I
solve
I
the
love it.
problem.
I love it.
That was great.
It
Yeah.
got a little
Yeah.
bit, got a little bit wild over there.
This escalated a path that I could not see coming.
Yeah.
Look,
This
seg-
That
went
is-
from, okay, if we show them that they can't fight, they'll surrender. To, yo, we're gonna give them the gaslight of the fucking century. We're gonna make them rethink their ideology, their religion, their species. And we're gonna start it all with drugs. Hella drugs!
Oh yeah, let's go.
If that's
I
what it
have
takes to get them
I
there,
have
then
third
that's what
degree
it takes.
burns. I need medicine. But use it all on them. Like,
Yes.
but I do want to. It's almost 2 hours, so let's take a 5-minute break. I gotta use the bathroom. I've been drinking a lot of water. So yeah, we'll be back. I'll play a 3-minute ad so I can turn off ads for everybody. Everyone, thank you for being here. I appreciate the 2 raids and the follows. Thank you so much, everybody. So we'll be back in 5 minutes. Okay.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. We're back.
How do you do that? Do you just like talk really close?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just get really close, like you're kissing the mic. That
Yeah,
was.
it cuts you off, I think.
I think you were too
I think
quiet.
it does.
Too close, or maybe too quiet.
Too quiet. Like
Like
this.
this is too much.
Discord's like no.
It's like no ASMR me, like no. Like the microphone. just
Probably for the
refuses.
best, honestly.
But all right, you are being led by the Trandoshans. They're telling you this is another trip through the Shadowlands. We just came from there, but we know how to get to the refinery. It's also like a labor camp. They're like explaining what it is. It's a massive like area that's been cleared out of the worship trees, which to the Wookiees are the largest trees are almost like sacred, right? You don't do this. You just let them grow and grow. And the Empire's just been kind of like clearing entire like tracts of land and flattening and building their stuff on top of it, right? So you've been on these speeder bikes for almost 3 hours now, and the sun is starting to go down. It's a little bit darker, but then you see off in the distance, right? Like the sound of animals has kind of like died out, and you just hear the sounds like iron pumping, right? And then you can smell smoke in the air, and off in the distance you see let's see, does it show? It shows. Perfect. Yeah, you see off there's a massive factory that you can see from not that far away.
Damn.
Ooh. Polluting the environment.
Yeah. And you can see a lot of these trees have just been kind of like toppled over to make space for these large factories, and some of them are being even used that you can see like this refinery is kind of like almost connected to the tree, like it's like how some people will tie like they'll put a tube into a tree to draw sap out of it. It's kind of like that, but it's massive metal piping coming out of it, connected to it. All right.
Have we gotten any time to like rest? Mainly because like I'm not still half dead. Hey,
I'll say the Trandoshans were the ones driving, so you were just being like the nice cozy passenger.
Aw.
I'll say you have so I think every session you're supposed to have max strain, like you get refresher strain, so don't worry, for next session you'll have all your strain back. You did find some stim packs, so Manon can take a stim pack.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, it's gonna be less effective, right? Because I took it last time. I took another one last time.
Yeah, and you only took one, right? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so if you use 2 you'll be at 4.
Okay.
You'll heal by 4, so you should be at 1 wound.
Do they like ever refresh?
Every 24
Never.
hours you
No.
go without using the stim pack,
Okay.
then it's reset to 0. But then this is, they say Brooke, the female Trandoshan, she says we need to walk from here. They have sensitive equipment for detecting any fast approaching vehicles, and if we don't want to get caught, we need to be more quiet, right? So they look to Stego. What do they call you? Ref? Leader? Master? I don't know what they call you.
Ref, but
Boss.
Boss?
Giga Chad.
wait, I might
Sir
have something.
Giga Chad, yeah.
The whole like quiver thing. Maybe they can call me. Maybe they can call me the bow.
The bow?
Mm.
Because like
Okay.
war keeper, like achieving like the quivers. Maybe.
That's actual lore, right? It's a quiver that they, right?
Yeah.
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 Okay, so they
Like the great bow or some shit.
great bow, please guide us. You know.
wow.
Oh Jesus. That actually works too. Yeah. Like
So you can, okay, so let me draw. So you are in like you are surrounded by these massive tree roots. There's no flat land right now, right? You're still in the wilds. You can see off in the distance, right? It's hard to grasp,
Yeah.
but like there's a lot of brush in the way. But you can get closer. But the thing is that they're trying to avoid is like setting off any instruments of like incoming, fast moving vehicles, right? It's like you can sneak by. It's like like radars they use for like planes, kind of like that, right? But they wait for you to lead them, right? And then but not that far off, you see like there's these imperial ships come flying, like very low. They're the Lando class shuttle, so but you can see that there's 3 of them that land. They fly over you and they land off in a distance, right? You don't know what's on board, and they don't know either. But you can see like a clear path towards them. So I leave it to you, Stego.
Okay. So I'd say we stay low, can't
Those
really be
things.
seen. We need to find some general high ground so we can get the lay of the land. And once we get that, then we can figure out a greater plan.
I can do really good like fly around without being really noticed, I think.
Yeah,
I can try at least.
you can try. You can try. You can tell me what you're doing exactly.
Have I ever encountered something similar like those raiders that they talking about? Like if I go low enough or high enough or fast enough or slow enough, any of those, like do I know a way to get like not noticed by
I was
them?
distracted by the tail,
Stop-
but yes.
Stop fucking terrorizing me.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, fly casual, right? You know how to.
Mhm.
You know how to drive just slow enough where it doesn't look like where you're not getting picked up, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do.
And what are you trying to do? Like like the perimeter? Try to get close.
Stego, what do you want me to find? Like all of the entrances? I don't know.
Entrances, weak points in like the surveillance, less surveillance. That's not the word I'm looking for, but I guess it still works.
In the perimeter?
Yeah.
Weak points. Say that again.
No, I just like weak points in the perimeter where there's not as much security or surveillance.
Yeah. Like infiltration points. Infiltration points. High places where we're one of the other Trandoshans can get the high ground, so they can maybe cover a retreat. Or help us out if we're just hardcore, like going in guns blazing. I'd rather not. Personally, I'd have cover our retreat or just watch out for us, so they can more or less relay information to us via comlink while we're in there, so they can get general movement of the guards and be like, oh, this area is free, move now, etc., etc.
Okay, so I'll say Manon.
I say high ground.
I say Maury. Give me a piloting planetary check.
Sorry.
What did she say? Oh, look at her. She's looking. She sees something.
Hi.
She's looking at the shelf, thinking how she can get up there. Be a menace.
Aw.
Her little brain is working so hard.
Yeah, she's doing it. You can see the calculations in her head.
Okay. How many? 2 purple?
2 purple, 1 black because of the rough terrain.
Hehe. I cancel it out.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Um.
Okay, you just flat succeed. Okay.
Wow.
So yeah, you're like flying over these routes. You're not going too fast. You're going fast enough to get momentum over them. You go slow enough so you're not getting picked up by radar. You can see multiple like avenues, right? One of them almost looks like a small like tiny docking area for like the ships that just flew over you. You see there's 4 TIE fighters, which are like the regular ships that they use in Star Wars, to fight. So 4 of them, and then you see 2 of the shuttles that I put in the picture in. You see but also there's these kind of large trucks almost, and outside, I'm just gonna put you all there. It'll be easier. Give me a second.
If I got advantages, where's my picture? My. Oh, there it is.
I think he moved over you. But
Yeah.
you see that they take out a bunch of Wookiees, right? And you do notice like Yundar's family is in one of these packs being moved. They have chains across their necks, and the stormtroopers are just pulling this chain and pushing them towards this massive building that is like pumping the smoke out. This area has one little tower that's kind of used to like guide the ships, and that's also where you see just a couple of troopers outside just like keeping guard. And then you see another area, right, that's much more open, right, but it's where all like the pollution is going into. And there you see it's much harder to get up, but it's also more open to sight, but doesn't seem to be any kind of guards there. So you see those two avenues to get through, to get to the inside of this place.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you relay that back to everybody.
It's funny. I was thinking if I would get any advantages on this role, I would have. My suggestion would be to do like in Lord of the Rings when they find like this one area. I think it was like sewers or something. I would say like that's what I find.
I mean, this is like sewers, right? You can easily
Yeah.
go through the muck, go up the way it's coming out of. But
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I don't mind doing something like that if we can infiltrate the base really easily.
Yeah.
Wonder if
And I'll
Elizabeth
say
will be
this,
aware-
I'll say this, you can order the Stegos hunting party to go do a distraction somewhere else if you want.
Mm-hmm.
So you can like, yeah, so you can do that.
We send one of them to stage a distraction, and we have two of them more or less be our kind of like eyes in the sky, to
Mm-hmm.
keep an eye on what the general surveillance is, and they communicate what's going on to us via comlink. And we can tell them if we're escaping. They can help out by making some distraction somewhere else. And if shit really goes bad, they can provide cover fire.
Okay.
I feel like we should be using their combat abilities as much as possible because
Mm-hmm.
they are all highly trained Trandoshan hunters. So cover fire and or like I want to help, but I almost wonder if it would be better suited, or I guess I could still help and kind of like set traps.
Have them do the work.
Oh yeah.
I feel like they should be doing more work than just watching because
Mm-hmm.
personally, they are much better suited to combat and probably even stealth than I am. Granted, I still, like, out of character, I can finally spend some of my XP to increase my stealth ability a little bit, but yeah, like, they're highly trained Trandoshans. We should be using them more than just having them, like...
Okay, so I do think this is a good stopping point before we start any action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We can end here and we'll have like a good place to pick. You guys can level up your characters. You have 15 XP extra for this session.
I have 60 XP. I need to
We can talk right after this, but I think we can you guys can come up with a plan. If you want to go stealthy or if you want to like think more about what to do with the Trandoshans, you can. Everybody, thank you for being here. I appreciate the 2 raids and the follows, everybody. Feel free to join the Discord. I talk a lot, especially with Jay Danger, about RPGs and games. And yeah, I will be back on Thursday. Everyone else, if you want to plug your channels and say when you're next streaming, go ahead.
I have better question. How much XP are we supposed to have at this point?
15 per session.
Once more,
I forgot to add
the
one last
Sith
time.
will
So that's
rule
nice.
the galaxy.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, Danger, for the gifted subs too. I appreciate that.
Aww.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, he's great. He's the best. And but yeah, you have 15 XP per session, except Badger who missed 1 session, so they have those. But they had some left over from before anyway. And yeah, Mula will be streaming tomorrow, and I think Sia will be too.
I'll be streaming Silent Hill tomorrow. Yes, continuing my Silent Hill marathon.
Yeah, and she's cosplaying, so if you want to see her cosplay as a Silent Hill character while playing Silent Hill 2, there you go. There's your Inception moment.
I already did 2 characters. I think I might do another character next time. So, going through all of them one by one.
I'm gonna raid out to a channel who's currently doing a Alien RPG and they're streaming and they're doing for charity. So feel free to stick around and we'll join them.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
and I will be streaming in November. Yeah, I'm on book tour this October. So I was like, I cannot be.
Oh, they have
streaming.
subscriber only chat. Oh, follower only chat. Oh, that's
that sucks.
You know what? Let's just go to a different channel that I have open. I wanted the charity one.
That's weird. They might have that on and not even know it.
Yeah. There we go.
Maybe like they got some kind of, I don't know.
Danger, thank you so much for the subs. I really appreciate it. Oh, it's a train too. Raid train.
Ew.
Hype train. Oh, that's amazing. Everybody, have a good night, and I'll see you for the next session.
Oh, hey, Marcus.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Hi everyone. Ba 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 ba.